Are you curious on how to get an older woman to think about you nonstop? Today, we're diving into powerful strategies that will keep her attention firmly on you. These techniques are subtle, often hidden in how you interact. By the end of this video, you'll have the secrets to making sure she can't get you off her mind. Stay tuned for our bonus tip at the end of the video. It's one that will make you unforgettable. Ready to learn how? Let's jump in and uncover these powerful moves together. 1. Be unpredictable. Imagine reading a book where you can predict every plot twist. It's boring, right? The same principle applies to your interactions with an older woman. If she always knows what to expect from you, her interest might wane. By introducing an element of surprise, you keep her on her toes, making her curious about what's next. Small shifts in your communication patterns can work wonders. Maybe you don't text her at the usual time or switch up your responses, sometimes brief, other times more engaged. These little changes disrupt the routine, making her wonder what you're up to and keeping her eagerly awaiting your next move. The unpredictability creates a sense of excitement and intrigue, ensuring she's always thinking about you. 2. Cultivate mystery. Mystery is like a magnet. It pulls people in, drawing them closer without them even realizing it. When it comes to keeping an older woman thinking about you, cultivating a sense of mystery can be one of your most powerful tools. But how exactly do you create this allure of the unknown? Start by limiting your presence on social media. In today's world, where everyone is constantly sharing what they're doing, where they're going, and who they're with, holding back a bit can set you apart. Don't post every meal, every outing, or every thought that crosses your mind. Instead, be selective and deliberate about what you share. A photo here, a cryptic status there, just enough to give her a glimpse but not the whole picture. This creates a sense of curiosity, making her wonder what's going on in the moments you don't share. Occasionally disappearing from the radar can also work wonders. For instance, if you've been texting regularly, let a day or two go by without reaching out. This isn't about playing games. It's about creating space for her to miss you. When you suddenly reappear with a casual message like, "Sorry, been caught up with some things. How's your day?" You've already planted the seed of curiosity. She'll wonder what kept you so busy and why you didn't reach out sooner, and that intrigue is exactly what keeps you on her mind. Here's an example. Imagine you usually send her a good night text, but one night you don't. The next day, instead of explaining yourself or apologizing, you simply text her in the late afternoon. "Crazy night last night, what about you?" Now she's wondering what happened. Was it work? Friends? Something else? This gap in information fuels her imagination, keeping her engaged and thinking about you. 3. Master the art of timing. Timing, as they say, is everything, and in the game of attraction, it's your secret weapon. Imagine your interactions as a well-choreographed dance. If every move is perfectly predictable, the dance loses its magic. But when you master the art of timing, you create an irresistible rhythm that keeps her eagerly waiting for your next step. Think of it like this. If you respond to her messages the moment they come in, every single time, you risk becoming too predictable. But if you mix it up, sometimes replying quickly, other times taking a bit longer, you introduce an element of surprise that keeps her on her toes. This unpredictability isn't about playing hard to get. It's about maintaining a balance that keeps the dynamic fresh and exciting. Varying your communication frequency can be a game changer. For instance, maybe one day you have a lively back-and-forth conversation, and the next you're a little more distant. This ebb and flow creates an anticipation effect. She starts to wonder, when will he text me next? What's he up to? That anticipation builds excitement, making each interaction feel new and engaging. By mastering the art of timing, you keep her guessing, never quite sure when you'll reach out, but always hoping that you do. It's this anticipation, this subtle tension, that keeps her thinking about you long after the conversation ends. 4. Make her feel special, but not too often. Imagine you're at a grand feast where your favorite dish is served. If you could have it every day, as much as you wanted, it might lose some of its appeal. But if it's reserved for special occasions, each bite becomes an experience to savor. The same idea applies when you're trying to capture an older woman's attention to make her feel special, but not too often. There's an art to showing genuine interest without being overly available. When you shower her with attention all the time, it can start to feel routine, almost expected. But when you choose your moments carefully, those instances of affection and care become meaningful and memorable. The trick is to strike a balance between showing you care and keeping a bit of emotional independence. This doesn't mean being distant or aloof, but rather being selective about when and how you express your interest. Maybe you send her a thoughtful message after a busy day, compliment her on something specific, or remember a small detail she mentioned in passing. These small, well-timed gestures make her feel valued and appreciated. But here's the key: don't overdo it. By spacing out these moments of attention, you create a sense of anticipation and make each one stand out. She'll start to value these interactions more because they're not just routine, they're moments she can cherish. 5. Focus on her interests. Think of a conversation as a two-way street, where the scenery matters just as much as the journey. When you steer the conversation towards her interests and passions, you're not just talking, you're inviting her to take a drive down a road that she loves, and trust me, that's a trip she'll remember. Engaging her in discussions about what she's passionate about is like handing her the keys to the conversation. Whether it's her career, hobbies, favorite books, or the causes she cares about, showing genuine curiosity in these areas is a surefire way to stay on her mind. When you dive into what excites her, you're not just another passerby in her life. You become someone who sees her for who she really is. But here's the secret sauce. It's not just about talking, it's about truly listening. When she talks about something that lights her up, don't just nod along and really tune in. Ask thoughtful questions, remember the details, and let her know that what she says matters to you. This level of attentiveness makes her feel heard and valued, which is incredibly powerful. When she feels that you genuinely care about what she has to say, it creates a strong connection. She'll start associating you with those positive feelings and engaging conversations. And every time something related to her interests comes up, guess who she'll think of? That's right, you. 6. Plan your moves strategically. In the art of attraction, strategy isn't just important, it's everything. When it comes to planning your dates and interactions, think of it like crafting a masterpiece. You want each brushstroke to add something unique, making the whole experience memorable without overwhelming her. Start by being intentional about the experiences you create together. Don't just go for the typical dinner and movie. Think outside the box. Maybe it's a scenic hike, a visit to an art exhibit she mentioned she likes, or cooking a meal together. These thoughtful, well-planned dates show that you've put effort into making your time together special. But here's the key: don't overdo it. You want to create memorable moments without smothering her with constant attention. Timing is also crucial. Allow some time to pass between your encounters. This isn't about playing hard to get, it's about giving her space to process and appreciate the time you've spent together. When you're not immediately available, it gives her a chance to miss you, to reflect on the fun you had, and to look forward to the next time. This anticipation builds excitement, making each interaction feel fresh and eagerly anticipated. Bonus tip: leave her wanting more. And now, the bonus tip that ties it all together. Always end your interactions on a high note. Whether it's a date, a conversation, or even a text exchange, leave her wanting more. Maybe you share a laugh over an inside joke, or you give a thoughtful compliment that resonates. Whatever it is, make sure the last thing she remembers is something positive and uplifting. Ending on a high note creates a lingering desire, a sense that there's more to come, and that she can't wait to experience it with you. It's like closing the cover of a great book. She'll be left thinking about it, eager for the next chapter. This technique ensures that even when you're not around, you're still on her mind, leaving her excited for the next time you're together. Next, discover the words older women use to show interest in you, or learn what will happen when an older woman has a crush on you. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.